We are going to talk now about linear equations. Okay, linear equations are equations that have an exponent of 1. Remember, the quadratic equations always has an exponent of 2. Linear equations, hopefully most of you have had some experience with. And we're going to be talking about them in terms of graphing. Okay, so what I'm going to talk about now are just some things that you need to know. So I'm going to give you these things. Please learn them. Okay? So as in everything, we've got a standard form of an equation. In actuality, for a linear equation, we have 3 standard forms. The one that we use most of the time is ax plus by equals c. We use that maybe about 95% of the time. And then the other 2.5% and the other 2.5% is going to be, and these are known as standard form for these equations, and there is no other form. For these next two, this is the only way we can write these. So either we're going to have y equals some number, so any number, or x equals any number. And for y equals any number, that is a horizontal line, and x equals is a vertical line. I think I spelled that wrong. Oh well, somebody can fix that. Anyway, okay, so when you learn these, okay, then instantly you will have your equation and you're done. You should be able to do any problems that are a horizontal or a vertical line in just a couple of seconds. The ones we have to spend most time on are these, okay, ax plus by equals c. Now, ways that we can tell if something is a horizontal line is if its y equals something. Another way is if it has a slope, and we always designate slope m equals a slope of 0. And a vertical line has a slope that is undefined. We will talk more about these slopes later in the next video when I talk just about slope. Slopes for ax plus by equals c are either positive, in other words, go in this direction, or negative, and go in this direction. But all of these are just straight lines. So learn these standard forms, ax plus by equals c, and y equals some number, and we'll talk more about that later, which is a horizontal line, and x equals some number, which is a vertical line, and we'll talk more about those as well. Now, some other formulas that you need to know for this unit. Slope formula, okay? Y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. This is called the slope formula. We use it to find slope. And in order to use it, we have to have 2 points. Okay? That's all we do with this one. We use it to find slope, and we have to have 2 points in order to use it. So again, m is our designation for slope. If you're doing slope and you don't have m equals, then it's meaningless. Okay? Another formula that you're going to need to know is y equals mx plus b. This is called SlopeIntercept Formula. Okay, this one, m equals y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1 is slope formula. Y equals mx plus b is SlopeIntercept formula. Now, SlopeIntercept formula gives us everything we need to graph. If we have y equals mx plus b, we don't need anything else to graph. Okay? So first of all, m is our slope. Okay? And choose another color here. Ooh, what looks like something fun. So b, oh, I don't like that. We need it more. Okay, b is the y coordinate. I can't spell and speak at the same time. Of the y-intercept point. And the x-coordinate in a y-intercept point is always 0. So the b gives us 0 and then whatever b is. And remember, include the sign. When we have this point, we graph that, and then we'll use slope to find the next point, and then we connect those 2 points. That's our line. Everything we need to graph a line, okay, a straight line. So y equals mx plus b, SlopeIntercept formula. Standard form, ax plus by equals c, okay, all right? And one more thing that you're going to have to know and commit to memory is the formula y minus y sub 1 equals m slope times the quantity x minus x sub 1. And this is called PointSlope Formula. We use it to write or find, sometimes it says, an equation. Okay? As soon as you see the words write or find an equation, you should be thinking, ooh, PointSlope Formula. Okay? And PointSlope Formula tells us we have to have 1 point and we have to have a slope in order to use the formula. As long as I have those 2 things, then I can use this formula. So slope, once we have it, would actually go right in here. And a point, every point is always 2 coordinates, an x coordinate and a y coordinate. Okay? And so our point then would go, once we have it, the y goes in here, and the x goes in here, and we have everything we need to write the equation of a line. And we will learn much more about that later. So these are the things you need to know for linear equations. Standard form, ax plus by equals c. Positive or negative slope. Y equals some number is a horizontal line. Its slope would be m equals 0. X equals some number, and we'll talk more about that, is a vertical line. M is undefined. It cannot equals undefined. It just is undefined. Next thing you need to know is how to find a slope. Use the slope formula. M equals y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. In order to use it, you have to have 2 points. Then we have the slope-intercept formula. This is what we want to use to graph any line. That's y equals mx plus b. That gives us everything we need to graph a line. And then to write an equation of a line, or find an equation of a line, we need point-slope formula, which is y minus y sub 1 equals m times the quantity x minus x sub 1. And we just need 1 point and 1 slope, and we've got everything we need to make that work. So we will start learning how to do this stuff in the next video.